I hope you can see me. If not, that's fine. I am gonna do like a jam session, but before I did a jam session, I found my tarot stuff. And I haven't done tarot in a long time, and I just feel like I want to do it on myself. And just share it for funsies. Yeah, I'm going to be pulling from the Archangel Fire Oracle by Alexandra Wenman and the Tarot of the Divine Tarot by Yoshitani, sorry. And yeah, I'll hold these up to the screen, and I'll also put like maybe an Amazon link or something for both of these. But yeah. Alright, so I think I'll do the angels. I want to do it last. I'm getting that I should do it first, so let me just listen. And before, like when I didn't want to go through the deck, I would just do this. And I honestly am being cold to do that right now. So, I feel like no matter what question I ask, whatever angel is meant to come through will come through, but let me just let whatever comes through comes through. Come through, not comes through. Let me. I'm zooming in on the table so that we can really see everything. So whenever I'm told to stop is when I will stop. Okay. Raphael. The message Raphael has is, I've heard your prayers for healing. Allow yourself time out to rest and integrate. Trust, that's my cat. Trust that I am helping you to heal and restoring your energy and equilibrium. So, I will read the description. If you don't want to listen for it, it's okay. If you do, awesome. So, the description is Raphael's name means God heals, and his main task is to aid us when we require physical healing or improvements to our general health and well-being. He assists healers and those in the medical profession and is powerfully present during global health crises, such as pandemics, to ensure everyone gets the attention they need. When people are readying to pass over, Raphael offers them comfort and safety until Archangel Azrael arrives to help them transition. Whenever you see an ambulance, ask Raphael to assist the paramedics and offer healing to the patient. Like the romantic Italian man in his card, Raphael is the angel of the heart, who governs the emerald ray, and you may see green sparkles or feel tingling when he's around. He can also help heal sadness after loss. And then the author writes, I once injured both my knees in a bus crash. During my physiotherapy sessions, I called on Raphael. It was amazing, sorry, it was like a typo. When he emerged his energy with mine, and I could physically see a green halo of light around my injuries. I knew this was Raphael's light manifesting in my aura, and it was so reassuring to know that he was my personal cosmic consultant. If you feel unwell or suffer an injury, ask Raphael to bathe you in emerald light to restore your health. Personally for me, I think the only thing that resonates with me is the heart chakra. So there are like meditations on how to meet with Raphael, diamond fire alchemy, and becoming the angel. I will say that only the heart part is resonating with me, and maybe I'm just resisting the healing. I don't feel as if I need necessarily healing, but I do feel as if I want to resonate with my heart chakra more. I feel like I just want to go again. Okay, there's mercy. Okay, this one feels a little more what's the word? This one feels a little more resonant to what I'm personally going through. So Jeremiel Mercy, and the message is, call on me to bring more comfort and clarity into your life. Do not hold on to that which is outdated. I can help you clear your mind and nourish your soul. So I'm most likely gonna work with him. I didn't really feel too much of a connection with Raphael, and you know what? That's okay. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'm just gonna pull out, what was his name? Jeremiel. I'm gonna pull out his card. Let me put this over there. The cards are really pretty for this deck, if you can see. So let me find Jeremiel. This is Raphael's card. Italian. I've been thinking about moving out of the country, maybe to Italy. So let me show the cards. I like Sachiel a lot. I've worked with like majority of these angels. Could you imagine if Jeremiel is the last one? No, he's not, but he's close to last. So I'll take his card out. Sophia's gorgeous. I love Sophia. She's like Mother Mary, pregnant Mother Mary, embodied. Let me take out Raphael, just for the sake of, you know, I pulled him first for a reason. Let me not ignore it. Maybe I needed two. Everything is working out for a reason. So we're gonna put that back, and I'm going to do the meditations. Not right now, but maybe after this. Okay. So I have Raphael and Jeremiel. And there are how to meet Jeremiel, Diamond Fire Alchemy, Amethyst Aura, Becoming the Angel. So I can do separate videos on how to embody these two and how to call upon them. I just feel like putting it in one thing would be a little too much. Something I'm noticing about the Jeremiel card is that he has a little globe, right? And inside the globe is essentially this painting, this photo entirely. And then inside that little globe, you can see even a tinier little statue of him. And let me go closer to the camera so you can see. So look, if you see inside a snow globe, you can see him. And then I think even more, like I think the artist tried to put him again inside that little snow globe that he's carrying within the snow globe. But I think that's super duper cool. And is representative of like the depths of the universe and how everything is kind of like always looping. Baby, I'm sitting down. I have to sit down. Come on, let's go. Alright, so I'm going to bookmark these pages. They were already bookmarked, that's the other thing. These pages were already bookmarked, so I have to unbookmark them whenever I do my next thing. So let me unbookmark them now. I'll edit all this out. I notice whenever I do these things, I kind of overwhelm and bombard myself with all the things that I feel like I need to do, but honestly, I'm kind of tired of doing that, and I can only do like one thing at a time. I'm not gonna overwhelm myself and bombard myself to do every single thing that I feel I need to do in order to be successful. No, that's just too stressful. I'm alright with that. Like, I'm just kind of done and over that. So, actually, let me do this. Instead of bookmarking it, let me just put, well, I'm going to put their cards in the pages that I have. But for now, I'm going to leave these out. Should I leave them out? No. Okay, I'll leave them out. Leave the book out. Put these away. I'm a bit indecisive. Am I a bit indecisive? No, I'm just figuring it out. I don't like talking negatively to myself. Or rather, I don't like trying to make myself appear or seem a certain way or speak about myself for the sake of trying to communicate to others that like they should be like patient with me or something, or that like how do I describe this? I feel like I say certain things about myself out loud just so that I could ease other people and like have them be a bit more understanding to me, but it doesn't come from a place of like, oh, I'm accepting myself. It comes from a place of, oh, I hope you can accept me. This is how I am. Please have mercy on me. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not going to do that anymore. And I don't want to. So that's where I lay. That's where I stand. Pink and green. Let us be glad. Let us be grateful. Now I'm at Tarot of the Divine. I knocked on the cards 3 times. I don't necessarily count what's on the bottom of the deck. I do think this is like very beautiful and lovely. But yeah. Do I have any questions for myself? Angels, guides, spirits, I invite you into my space. I invite you into my soul, my aura. I invite you into this energy right now. And I ask for your assistance and guidance through these cards. Allow me to understand and know what I can do for myself, how I can be more aware to assist myself in living in my true essence and feeling and being confident in it and knowing that everything will work. I want y'all to see the cards as I shuffle them. I do that a lot. I take a lot of pauses when I speak. Sometimes my mind just goes blank. And you know what? That's okay. And I'm just saying this primarily for me because I was super duper judgmental about myself and super rigid. I made myself think all the time that I needed to be a certain way in order to appease certain people, in order to be viewed as, you know, like I have my stuff together, like I have everything going on for me, and that no one should worry about me or wonder about me, like so that I can, you know, feel good within myself, so that I would feel like I don't have to be worried about, I don't have to worry about myself if I can make other people think that they don't need to worry about me. And it's a very like subconscious psychological loop thing where I'm controlling myself and using my own thoughts of what I think other people would think of me as a permission slip to like attempt to control myself in a way that I think other people would accept. And it feels a little complicated and weird, but it's, you know, fairly simple. And it just comes from a place of I want to be accepted, I want to be loved, I want to be nurtured, I want to be included. Because for most of my life I felt very excluded, I felt alienated, I felt isolated, and that came from my narcissistic mother and her narcissistic family. And also the lack of, I would say, support and protection from my father, because he was also kind of, I think all of us in the house were, me, my brother, and my dad were all points of attack, or rather targets to my mom, to her ridicule, to her criticism, to her anger, to her, you know, lack of acknowledgement and happiness and joy. Everything was always something to be worked on. Everything was always criticized. Everything was always miserable. Everything was always like a point of, why can't this be better? Why can't you do better? Why can't you be what I want you to be? Why can't you behave the way I want you to behave? Why can't you do this? Why can't you do that? And saying this out loud, it's made me realize that I have this perspective, and I put it on myself and I put it on my life. And now I want everyone and everything to go my way. I want everything and everyone to behave the way I want them to behave. I want life to go the way I want it to go. And I know personally for me, it's because I feel like I don't really have control. And I felt powerless for a long time. I think the 2 cards are what I need. So we have, I'm not sure if they're upside downs, but we have 3 of cups and we have 2 of coins. I picked it up from the ground, like upside down. I'm not sure if there are reverses in this deck, but we can definitely see 3 of cards I picked up upright. What I stopped on was 2 of wands, that was upright. And let's just look. We have the Empress. I picked that up reverse, I'll be honest. If there is like a reverse, I'm not sure if there is. But everything, it doesn't have to always be negative. I used to not want to do tarot on myself or even look at tarot videos because I thought, oh my god, if it's negative, my life's gonna end. And you know, I used to fucking blow my head off thinking that everything was gonna be negative and horrible and bad and sad, and it was like, okay. So the Empress is Our Lady Guadalupe. The Empress is a loving and protective mother. She cares for and wishes to defend all of her children. Even if a mother's love can sometimes be smothering, the world feels bright and everything blooms around her. Upright, it means fertility, nurturing, accomplishment, nature, abundance. Reversed is feeling undesirable, anxiety, lack of concentration, smothering, and selfishness. I have been feeling lately like the feeling undesirable and anxiety, like all of it actually. I just had to be honest with myself. Lack of concentration, smothering, and selfishness. So those are just things I would personally need to work on. 3 of Cups and then 2 of Coins was reversed. Let me just be honest about that. Alright, 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups represents camaraderie and a good time. The Aspara are celestial beings of the sky known for dancing, partying, and fornication. The joyous group oversees fertility rites, the performing arts, and the fortunes of gambling. Upright celebrations, friends, indulgence, party, community, and reverse overindulgence, infidelity, disintegrating bonds, gossip, and isolation. So, yeah, 3 of Cups, here's the card. I have been thinking of taking action with the performing arts on this channel. I've already made a cover of a song and I want to do more. So I have been feeling more called to do that, and hoping that that leads me towards something, good. Before I move forward, I always see this card and I always think of Bretman Rock. It reminds me of Bretman in his early days of YouTube, because it does look like him, if I'm being honest. And it's also a Filipino mythology. I don't even want to pronounce that. I don't want to butcher it. So 2 of Coins reversed. So Haida mythology. The 2 of Coins represents the skill needed to balance opposing forces in life. For, I don't know how to pronounce the name, I'm sorry. The bear world and the human world collide. Let me show you the card. where was I? She embodies the dualities of work and family, hobbies and careers, and wants versus needs. So upright, multitasking, balance, choice, flexibility, and prioritization. Reverse, disorganization, a facade, overwhelm, overextending, financial mess. I do feel like that has been me. That's what I was feeling overwhelmingly yesterday. The disorganization, primarily like the facade, overwhelmed and overextending, and even financial mess. I've just personally been feeling a bit overwhelmed, and like I felt like I needed to live my life in a certain way or be something that I wasn't in order to provide for myself, and also feeling like I solely had to provide for myself, that I have to do it all alone, and that the universe isn't like taking care of me, even though it always has been. And I just realized yesterday, like, who am I trying to be? What am I trying to be? And why am I trying to be that? And I just got exhausted because, like, truthfully, I've been trying so hard for so long, and it's like, this isn't working, so why do I keep doing it? Why do I keep, like, doing the things that I know that aren't working for me? And why have I bought into the belief that I must be someone I'm not in order to provide for myself, in order to protect myself, in order to live for myself? And the cards being in the positions they are kind of make me feel as if, oh my god, I'm a mess, but why should I beat myself up about that? Like, it's okay if I do feel like I am a mess. It's okay if, you know, the cards are letting me become aware, you know, of this feeling, just so that I can acknowledge it and let it go, because it doesn't mean that I'm going to be a mess for the rest of my life. And my perception with tarot for a long time was, if something is in the negative, then that means that I'm shit, I'm a horrible person, that's who I am, and I can't change. But I think this just came out the way it did so that I can realize, like, what I'm personally feeling within myself, the feelings that I carry within myself, the beliefs I carry within myself, so I can become more aware of it, and so I can finally just let them go. It's not to punish me, it's not to make me feel bad, it's not to, like, make me feel like shit whatsoever. Your feelings are messengers, they're your friends. Even if they don't feel like they are positive, they're still your friends, because they allow you to realize what you are feeling and believing and holding on to, hanging on to, and carrying with you, that make you feel the way that you do, that make you feel something or act in certain ways that are not in alignment with your highest self or your highest excitement. And that's okay. And I think that's just what these are making me aware of. It's not that I'm a horrible person, that I'm a messy person, that I'm a shitty person, that I'm a mess, that, like, I'm never gonna heal or never gonna learn, or that I will, you know, ruin everything. It's literally not for that. And I don't think the divine would ever, like, be as ridiculing as my mother was. I don't think that the divine, in order to help me to do better, would treat me like shit, or like any human being would, in order to get me to heal myself. Like, you can't create, I personally feel like you cannot encourage love with fear. You cannot encourage safety with danger. You cannot encourage healing with more hurt. That doesn't make sense. You can't encourage correct actions or goodness with, or like nobility with shame. That does not make sense. And we've been taught that for so long in our lives, and in the world and in the earth, that we have to do that. And I'm just calling bullshit, because I don't feel like that makes sense. If you want to teach, let's say, your toddler love, how to love and how to respect people, would you teach them to shame people? No, that doesn't make sense. You need love to teach love. You need respect to teach respect. Like, you know. So let's see, Two of Wands was on the reverse. I like the card a lot. It looks like Hercules, like a two-faced Hercules. Oh my god, it's so interesting. Very, very interesting. On his left, he's holding a key. On his right, he's holding a staff. And I believe the left face has like more facial hair than the right. What else? There's grapes around him, like hanging on the vines. Oh my god, it's really pretty. I like it a lot. And this is Two of Wands. I thought it was like the strength card. So let me just take that out. And under that we have Six of Coins, but I don't like going too much under the card, because then I get, what's the word? I get like too wrapped up and like I want to go more into the card, more into the card, more into the card. But Two of Wands. And then there was like Six of Coins, so we could keep that there. Two of Wands. Two of Wands, Janus, Italian Roman mythology. The Two of Wands represents travel and commerce. Janus, the god of he's a fish. Janus, the god of doorways and transition, is able to look to the past and to the future in order to make effective decisions. He is always in motion, connecting dreams with actual possibilities. Upright, decisions, travel, business opportunities, future planning, and cooperation. Reversed, indecision, doubt, fear of the unknown, and playing it safe. Okay, so I feel like this is giving me the permission to go forward with my dreams, like to move forward with just my singing. I love singing, and I'm tired of holding it and, you know, hiding it from the world, thinking that everyone would like tear me a new one. And I love to sing. I love to sing all the time. I've been singing since I was like 5 or something, and I love the performing arts. I love to act. I love Broadway, and right now it feels like my next action that I want to take is just making covers and posting them on YouTube and gathering instrumentals of the songs I love and like creating my own song with that instrumental. And that's just what I want to do, and I don't want to hold or hide anymore. I just don't feel like I can hold or hide myself anymore. I feel like if I do, like my soul is aching from it. It doesn't feel good, it doesn't feel healthy, it doesn't feel loving or right for me to do that for myself anymore. So this is just making me feel comforted and like, hey, you can move forward. It's okay for you to move forward. Like what you think and what you're wanting, what you're desiring is good. You can move to the next direction. Like you can move forward in the direction you want. So I'm not going to stress myself. I'm not going to push myself. I'm not going to put too much on myself, but I will allow myself to just take lighthearted, happy action towards the direction in which I want to. And these, we're learning like cards. These are awareness cards for me. It's not, this is what you are destined for, because you could change your destiny just with like a simple action, a simple change of mind, a simple change of perspective. So very, 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 very happy and grateful for this. And honestly, even more happy and grateful that my perspective has changed to allow myself to realize that nothing is set in stone and that nothing is punishing me. These are more opportunities, not like punishments and like fortune tellings, you know, like permanent things. So that's super nice. And for fun, I'll look at the 6 of coins. So the woman who was kind to insects. The 6 of coins represents kindness and generosity to those less fortunate. The old woman from this Inuit tale understands the need to put positivity into the world in order to receive it back. The pay it forward methodology of karma. Upright, generosity, charity, kindness, value, and reward. Reversed, abuse of power, scams, extortion, gullibility, and greed. And I don't know, this just makes me feel even more like secure within myself, and that I am being seen, I am being heard, because I do really like everything and being kind and nice to everything. I do really like being respectful to everything and paying attention to everything. Like when I am out in nature, I go to this park, and I go to like this tree in the park, and when I am meditating with this tree and hugging the tree and, you know, like connecting with the tree, I will see like the little ants climbing on the tree, and I look very, very closely at all the bugs and everything, and I like internally I go like, hi little bugs, and you know, I just like acknowledging them, because it makes me realize that the universe is very vast, the universe is very detailed, the universe doesn't forget about anyone or anything, and it has the capacity to look at the details and to create the details of the very minuscule things that we overlook all the time. And not only with insects, like the card mentions, but also just I look at, you know, the leaves on the tree through the sun, and you can see every single little vein, every little detail, and it makes me think of when scientists look under microscopes and you can see the cellular structure of leaves or of bacteria, of single cell organisms, and it's like the universe truly paid attention to every single little detail to a very minuscule level, and even beyond that we can't even comprehend. So what makes me think that my life is not being taken care for, or being taken care of? What makes me think that I, for some reason, am the exception to the universe's attention to detail, to the universe's generosity and providing nature? Like, what makes me think that the universe has the capacity to think about all the ants, every tree, all the cells of the trees, all the details within the tree, the similarities between our body and our physical human being characteristics with nature, like the tree stumps and a fingerprint, like how some people's hair resembles, you know, the foliage of a weeping willow. What makes me think that, you know, there are so many similarities, so many instances where everything is connected, where the universe, where God has truly built everything for a reason, by design, on purpose, orchestrated everything beautifully, but yet I think for some reason that I am the exception in a negative way, that I won't be provided for, I won't be loved, I won't be taken care of, I won't be regarded at all, I won't be considered, I won't be like remembered or thought of, that I will be neglected. Like, it doesn't make sense. When I truly think about it, it doesn't make sense. So this kind of calmed me down, and it's allowed me to just realize, like, I can calm down. I don't have to be stressed out. I don't have to be overworked and overworried. And then I don't have to feel like I have to do everything on my own. And I know I don't have to do everything on my own. So that's my personal reading for myself. Maybe you can connect with someone else. Maybe if you feel like you resonate with it as well, you can connect with it as well. Yeah, before I go, I am feeling a bit led and called to, for funsies, the tower. I guess everything is gonna break down to be brought back up again. Not a negative thing. But, oh, I almost dropped my coffee. Before I go, I felt called to flip through the book and pick out a random sentence. Okay. This is where my thumb landed on. So this is from The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. Sorry if I butchered your name. And the sentence that I landed on is, the initial physical signs that you've increased the depth of your feeling could be that you get a tingling feeling around your heart or feel a wave of joy rush through your body. Your eyes may fill with tears or you may get goosebumps, but without exception, you will begin to feel a depth of peace and happiness you've never felt before. So that's good. Yeah, I think that's okay. I'm being called to the artist way as well. We'll do a quote there, and then we're gonna end for the day. I've been told to stop on this page. Okay. Alright, so where I stopped right here. But let me just read from where it makes the most sense. So where I stopped is, this horse is very talented. It's really funny because I'm a Sagittarius, so that's why I laugh. This horse is very talented, but it is also young, nervous, and inexperienced. It will make mistakes, be frightened by obstacles that it has never seen before. It may even bolt, try to throw you off, feign lameness. Your job as a creative jockey is to keep your horse moving forward and to coax it into finishing the course. So, yeah, grab your horse by the reins and be confident where you go, even if you don't know where you're going. I guess that's how I'm taking it. That's all I have for right now. So, yeah. Hi, baby. Thank you for watching, and that's all I really have for today. Bye-bye.